Good evening, everyone. My name's Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Tuesday, December the 3rd, 2013, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary video brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. If you've not been to the website yet, go check it out. There's a lot of free informative information on the site, as well as some details. If you're interested in joining our prop firm, you can contact us via the button on the upper right hand side of the homepage, wallstreettrading.com. And you can also check out our live intraday chat room via filling out the form on the right hand side of the homepage for the 14-day free trial. Aside from that, let's go ahead and get into the market video here. The Dow was currently the Dow was down today 94 points. The Nasdaq was down 8 points. The S&P 500 was down 5 3/4. Looking at the breadth, we had 4,021 issues declining on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. We had 2,281 issues advancing on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. Therefore, you can see breadth was in favor of the bears today, pretty close to a 2-to-1. And we did see some nice intraday selling today, following up with yesterday's late afternoon selling that came in. So I want to go ahead and discuss what sectors were weak today. A couple of things that I'm noticing in the markets. We saw a decent rotation out of biotech today. Some nice sell-off action in biotechs, in the healthcare and biotech space, which has been performing pretty well. We also seen some nice profit taking going on in the banks, which have been another stellar performer so far for the quarter, as well as last quarter. So some profit taking going on in those names. Bank of America down 1.25%, Wells Fargo down 1%, PNC down 2.5%. Bank of New York down 1.25%, Citigroup down close to 1%. Again, a lot of these names did recover off their lows, so they were down more. We had Apple in the tech sector show some more strength today, up 2.75%. ACAM was up close to 3.5%. ADI up 2.5%. MU, a strong semiconductor stock that we've mentioned a couple times here, up 2.5%. Best Buy had some more fall through action today, up 2.25%. And then again, we had some weakness in the healthcare space. PFE, Pfizer down 2%, Merck down 1%, ABT down 1.5%, GILD down close to 3%, along with Celgene down 2%, BIIB down 2.5%. So let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. I have a couple of trade ideas throughout the video, so make sure you watch the video. If you like the video, like it and share it. Aside from that, let's go ahead and get into this market analysis, starting off with the S&P 500 via the SPY. S&P ETF here, SPY down 78 cents today, down close to 0.5%. You can see we bounced right in front of the 20-day moving average, 178.94. One thing you may notice, or one thing you will notice, I should say, is that we have broken the little uptrend channel that we had in play right here. You can see how the market got tired as it was not able to rally and start making its way up towards the top of the channel like it should. You can see the channel is also steep, and there was resistance created at this 181.5 level. Going into tomorrow's session, you want to watch today's lows, or I'd say watch this 178.94, the 20-day moving average, and then watch today's highs, which happens to be 180.39. We get above that, then you want to watch yesterday's opening price around 181.11. We break below 179, you want to watch, I would say, 178.5, and then 178. Taking a look at the triple Qs, the Nasdaq 100. Again, this held up pretty well today thanks to Apple, which is up close to 3% here. Sitting right on top of the rising 8 EMA and 5 EMA on the daily. Again, it is a little bit extended from the little breakout we had right here at 84, and along with, well, it's not really extended, but the other markets are extended a lot. This one's actually breaking out this little nice little base that it created for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks or so. So the Nasdaq's not as much extended as the other indices. So keep an eye on the Nasdaq for when the markets do get a bounce. This has been a great index to play. Levels you want to watch on the triple Qs, 84, 83, and then down here around see 84.25, 84, then down here to 83.40. We take out today's highs around 85.62. Look for that 86 level to get hit. The IWM, which has been showing some relative weakness to the other indices the past couple of days, which has given us a clue that the market may be looking to pull in, and it has. Right back at prior resistance, should now act as support a little bit right here at this 111.45 level, which also coincides with the rising 20-day moving average and the 50% trend line of the big channel that we have in play. So definitely got to keep an eye on the IWM as it may try to get a bounce. May do a little flash down tomorrow, then try to get a bounce, but it is at a good location right here. Remember, prior resistance when it breaks through axis support. So 111.45 will be the level to watch. 110.68 is a simple day move, this 20-day simple moving average. If we break below that, then you want to watch this 109.83 level. As far as resistance goes, today's highs on the IWM 112.65, and then I would say watch this 113 and 113 half area. What's the next thing here? DIA for the Dow Jones. I know some of you guys been wanting me to put the Dow Jones in the videos here, so I've been trying to make sure I add that. Dow Jones, nice little channel here. Remember, you take these little points down here, take this point, you can draw a nice little channel from these highs. That allows us to draw this little trend line right here. You can see what's acting as resistance. We broke past that resistance. So this 158 area, this is a break of a trend line. So this 158 area should act as support. The 20-day moving average acted as support today on the DIA, the Dow Jones ETF, right here, 159. We break below today's lows, keep an eye on the 158 area. We break over today's highs, keep an eye on the 160 area. All right. Let's go ahead and discuss what happened in the commodity space today. We had some decent action in crude oil. We've been looking for a nice bounce in crude around our key levels, and it got a nice little $3 bounce today, up 3.25%. If you take a look at some of the options on the crude oil contract, you can see they were well up over 100% today. And if you take a look at the USO call options, these options here, the weeklies were up over 100%, 95%, 50%. So there's a lot of action in the crude oil space. We're going to take a look at that right now to see what we expect to happen. And in this commodity here, crude oil, again, we discussed how it was a nice little strong downtrend. Was chopping in this little range right here. It broke below the range last week Wednesday, a little shakeout, and now we're back above the 94 level. I would look for crude to start making its way back up towards 98, and then we'll see how what happens to that 98 or this 99 area. But in general, good bounce. Keep an eye on crude oil. We gave you guys some decent analysis, saying that we were expecting to bounce around this 91, 60, 92 area, and so far that has come out to play. And again, we're going to be looking for 98, 99 going forward. Some stocks you may want to watch along with that, ExxonMobil, which has been a strong energy stock. Nice little potential bull flag action right here from this little up move, like the name. If you're looking at ExxonMobil, you want to make sure you watch Chevron CBSX. This one got a nice little late pop after making this little rounding cup action right here. Broke out. It's on top of prior resistance, now support right here at this 120, 150 area. Keep an eye on that level as it may be ready to start making its way back up towards those highs, especially if ExxonMobil acts strong. Another another strong energy name you can take a look at is LNG. If you're looking to play the energy space, you can see the stock's been trying to hold a bid above 39, hasn't been able to, gets back above 39, shakes back below 39, broke out, pulled back and held 39. I do think 39 is a good level to watch it at. If it was to pull back for a buy right now, it broke out over yesterday's highs, pulled back in a bit, may need to consolidate a bit as it may experience some pressure if we have some more short-term selling in the market here. But LNG, another strong energy name to watch. Some decent action in the commodity space. CLF and X were strong today. CLF up 2.5%. Nice little bounce here. This area, we have to keep on watching this name. And then US Steel, which has been doing pretty well as of late, has got a nice little bounce as well. 26 is a decent level to watch. Top of the range, 28. Short-term resistance right now at 26.90. All right, so let me go ahead and put this up here. And that's a little range we have on X US Steel. Let's see, what any other energy names? DVN, nice looking energy name here. Was strong back in October, pulled back here in November, got a nice little bounce off the 59 half level, and we'll be watching this name for a trade through today's highs. All right, and then you have APC, another decent name that looks like it performed pretty well. AKS was strong. Then you have APC sitting right on top of its 200-day moving average, which has been holding as support for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 sessions, of course, including today, or better yet, call it the 88 level, which has been holding as support for the past 4 sessions. So keep an eye on that name if the energy stocks decide to get a decent bounce tomorrow as a sector and as a whole. Let's go ahead and talk about gold. All right, let's go ahead and finish going through these commodities. Gold broke down at the little bear flag action that happened yesterday. Had a little pause day today. Did make a new 3-month low, but then bounced right back up. Still looking for some more selling pressure in gold. I don't think people will be worried about gold going up until we break back above yesterday's high and start to hold above it. So use that as a reference point if you're trading gold, which happens to be around 1251, 12, call it 1250 an ounce. GDX gold miners, they saw some more selling pressure today, down 1.5%. This sector is just getting clobbered. Again, if I bring over my other screen over here and you take a look at my monthly, you can see that the GDX gold miners, they're pretty much below a lot of well, they have a lot of resistance above, and the last bit of support we have based off this monthly chart and off of what I can see is right here at 21. This is a 20-year monthly chart, but it's not giving me the full data. I'm not sure why Thinkorswim, what happened with some of their ETFs are not showing the full data. But as far as the short term goes, this thing's going to have has resistance at 2380. So if you think about it, if it continues to hold below 21, the support from the monthly bars back here in 2008, then we will start going towards those wicks, and those wicks are end down here around 8. They end down here around 18, and they also end right here around 16. So those could definitely be some more targets. In other words, GDX still has some more negative order flow that could happen inside that ETF. They're keeping an eye on GDX, and then GDXJ is the junior gold miners, which have been showing weakness as well. All right, so what else did I want to talk about here? Looked at gold, looked at crude oil, which are the main ones. I'll go ahead and take a look at copper futures just to see how they're shaping up. And copper futures, they are looking weak, like they want to roll over. Lower highs being set in now. Lower pivot. If we break this lower pivot down here around $3.12.5, we should start trading back down towards 305. This would not be good, as a lot of people look at copper as a growth commodity. And if copper does decide to go down, you want to make sure you watch this FCX, which started getting some selling pressure this week, or I should say last week. And you want to watch SCCO. Mind you, they have pulled off of their highs. They have pulled off their highs a lot, especially FCX has pulled off the high from back here on October the 30th. However, if the copper is getting ready to make another leg down, and people start to sell these basic material stocks, FCX would be one to watch for short. All right. Let's see. Let's go and take a look at some technology stocks. First of all, ACAM had a stellar day today, up close to 3.5%. Well, just about up 3.5%. A nice engulfing candle that took out the prior week and a half of action. Okay, so I would definitely look for this thing to get some more fall through tomorrow, and I look forward to maybe go up here towards 46, 42, up another dollar possibly tomorrow. Keep an eye on ACAM. Apple, nice follow through day there, up 15 bucks, 2.75%, and looks like it wants to go higher. This thing doesn't have any resistance. Well, next level of resistance is right here around 569. We have some gap fill action from back here. And back here last December, that gap fill right here around 575, which will probably be a target here for the short term. Amazon down 2% today, pullback action, continuation of yesterday's selling. Again, a decent name, just needs to have some pullback action so more players can get involved. 370 prior resistance should act as support. I would not be interested in buying this name until it comes down close to that level, whether you're playing options or the actual stock. Let's see here. What else? Cree, nice move in Cree today. This is a semiconductor stock that got smashed on its last earnings. Triggers along over this 58.70 area. I like the setup on the chart. Keep an eye on this name here. Let's see, Cree, LLTC, another semiconductor stock that looks pretty good. Triggers a breakout long over today's highs. Setting my alerts right now. Sorry, you guys know I talk a little bit too fast, so if I slur my words a bit, excuse me. Let's see here. Some strong energy names. Discussed those already. And all right, so what about this rotation coming out of biotechs and rotation coming out of the banks, as we have some profit taking going on in those names going into the end of the year, and just people in general just taking profit from those strong sectors. Biotechs that are weak. Again, GILD. These may be some names you can hit again tomorrow. Looks like it wants to touch that 20-day moving average right there. A little failed high base pattern right here that broke down. As long as it holds below 74, this thing could get some more selling pressure to the downside. All right, BIIB, another name that was down a lot today, down 2.5%. Nice gap up move here, nice run up, sideways consolidation, still hanging in there. But if the biotech sector does pull back, this name may experience some selling pressure. It does has a big gap between this 279, call it, and 253 area, 254. Some weakness in the financials. Again, Citigroup was the one that was getting smacked down pretty hard today, even though it made a nice little bounce. Take a look at that, guys. Bounce right off our key trend line that you can see there. Boom, boom, boom. That's why we say make sure you draw your trend lines in the charts. But Citigroup should pull back in some more. It's going to have some support around 51.5. Keep an eye on it. A little bottoming tail there today. But we'll see how it plays out. If it holds this trend line, then it could possibly be creating like a little high base flag up here for a move up. We'll see how it plays out. Goldman Sachs made it close to the top of the channel and started pulling back in. You can see some topping tails from yesterday's action, or in general, you can see that it does not want to break above this 170 level, and every time it does, they sell it. So Goldman Sachs could experience some selling pressure if it breaks below today's lows. JP Morgan down. JP Morgan held it pretty well today, only down 0.25%, just about, a little bit less. Bounced off the lows pretty nice, little funky looking doji looking indecision candle with a long bottoming tail. Keep an eye on the name. Let's see here, PNC on another financial down 2.5%. Wide range bar. Bounce right off the 20-day moving average. This name may shake down a little bit more than try to bounce. However, I want you guys to notice one thing on this PNC. It is at a decent level of support. Prior support broke down, so now resistance. It broke out right here. So this is in fact a decent level to watch it at, 75.54. So keep an eye on PNC. I'm actually going to put an alert if it gets back above, say, like around 75.80. If it gets back above the upper 1/3 bottom range. See, Pfizer down close to 2% today. That name is like it wants to sell off some more. If it does not hold above this little range right here, the resistance level could come back into 30.75 or so. And then we have Celgene, CELG, down $3.18, down close to 2%. May try to finish filling this gap down around 158.61. Then it may want to touch the 20-day exponential moving average around 157.40. Keep an eye on it. Last but not least, let's take a look at some of these high flyers. Tesla, nice bounce today, as I believe one of my Facebook friends posted a message yesterday saying that the Germany car review company, or the German review, they did their studies on the Tesla, and supposedly the Tesla fires that were in those Model S cars were caused by collisions and not by some of the equipment or some of the, I guess you could say, devices in the car. So Tesla, nice bounce today, big volume. Looks like this one wants. It's going to trigger a nice buy over 145, but looks like it could get a nice little move to the gap fill around 150 half or so. Netflix sold off, nice little bounce off the lows, and this one continues to kind of grind its way higher. Not really seeing anything there. Let's see here. Priceline, let's take a look at some of these bigger cap names as well. Priceline down 1% today. Looks like it wants to possibly drop in. We'll see. Really don't trade the stock, but we do like to see what the high flyers and big high price stocks are doing. Priceline, Google. Google was down a little bit today, but still holding up pretty steady. As long as Google could hold above 1040, I wouldn't be too worried about it. It's just trading in a high base range right now. Let's see what else we have going on here. Some names you want to watch to the short side. IBM still looks weak. All right, IBM looks like it wants to go back down towards these lows. This stock is an ugly stock. IBM, we had some selling pressure in some of the solars sold off today. TSL, FSLR. You can see GTAT looks a little bit weak. Keep an eye on this one for tomorrow if they experience some more selling pressure. Honeywell down 1.25% today. DO. Not really much there. What else? GCI, SHLD, and Ford are some names you want to watch in this short radar. You can see this GFI actually has some decent volume that came in today. What else? That's about it, guys. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on today. Um, Tomorrow's Wednesday. Let's see if we have any news coming out tomorrow that should cause the markets to shake up a little bit more. Let's see. Wednesday, international trade, new home sales. Yeah, tomorrow should be a decent day to trade. Well, every day is a decent day to trade, but tomorrow we have Beige Book, oil numbers, ISM non-manufacturing index, new home sales, international trade, Gallup U.S. job creation, ADP employment report. So it's going to be a good day, guys. Make sure you come join us in the chat room. My Wall Street TV had some great trades today, especially in eBay. You can see that eBay trade we put out on Stock Twits and on the Facebook page. Have a great night, folks. Cheers.